said to be holding a Situation Room meeting on Iran.
Actually seeing this morning a rare daytime morning strike taking place.
Power plants, next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges.
Cue the fire. We have an emergency. Not just a regular emergency, a all-out emergency. And Trump was just rushed into secret Situation Room strategy meeting to plot massive new Iran blitz. And Iran don't care. Actually got some intel that we need to drop like 100 times more than they're for. The amount of damage that they can do in the region comparative to what we can do to them, because they're very big. But here we go. Trump huddled with top military brass in high-stakes Situation Room meeting on Tuesday. Shoot, that was yesterday. As you know, yesterday it all went down. That's when all the generals, all the king's men, Humpty Dumpty, and then it falls off a wall. One can repair him, but we will get to that. Now we got Trump being rushed. Now, to me, this is not a rush. I mean, this is like, sir, your McDonald's is ready. As we speak, we have new meetings, new bombs. Everything's new, even a new war. Was that old war? Like, there were no solutions. This one, it's going to be different this time.
And coastal defense sites. And this follows 7 commercial ships that have been struck crossing the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper gave a number we hadn't heard yet. Nearly a dozen civilian crew members killed, missing, or injured by the Iranian strikes. And he added, U.S. forces are holding Iran accountable for unwarranted aggression that continues to endanger innocent lives. 137 days into this conflict, the president says Iran has been beaten up badly and leaders can be pressured into making a deal, but the dialogue out of Iran is all defiant.
Trump said to be holding a Situation Room meeting on Iran yesterday afternoon. Peter Ducey from the White House picks up the coverage from there. Peter, what do we know?
We know that it is the Iranians who must now decide to negotiate because President Trump has decided.
All right, well, I'm going to stop you right there, Peter, because we know how far your nose is currently up the president's boo-ha-ha. So let me clean that. Let me wipe that off. There we go. Yep, it's poop. There you have it. Pop the confetti. 7 commercial ships. Iran is like, we could do this all day. Anyone else want to go through? 7 decimated. Just me, or does this feel like it's something out of Monty Python? Just a flesh wound, right? The guy is chopped. He has nothing. I'll bite you. Every day we're like, we're America. We won this war. Yeah, okay. And I'm American. I am Team America. But, come on. In the comments section, help me out here, because I listen to the news. I hate the news. And then I look, and it's like Team USA, 3 points. Iran, 152. You got the coach for America saying, yeah, we've won. And the refs are all like scratching their heads. I feel like a ref. And then I keep seeing this stuff from the commanders. U.S. forces are holding Iran accountable from no, that's not unwarranted aggression. They're blowing up ships left and right. What you gonna do? There's something even crazier. I'm never gonna say who I know, but I know these people, like, personally. They cannot tell me anything because they never do. They're not allowed. Actually, you want to know what the victory was today? Iran, their coup to take over America was defeated by Democrats. I cannot make this up. Look at this. U.S. Senate Democrats block defense bill over Iran war. Israel integration. See, you just have to do the vowels. U.S. Senate Democrats block $1.15 trillion. Guys, it is a rarity that I come on this channel and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Thank you, Schumer. There it is. Look, Trump's Iran war results. I'm going to chalk it up to like nothing, but what do we got? 100 billion plus bill. Oh, that's nothing. Over $1 trillion. And they said no. So I'm going to give that one a thumbs up. It's only 13 lives. 500 injured, prices up, inflation up. Iran got, it's like they're more emboldened now. And I don't mean to be that guy, and I usually never push back on, the Republicans' plan for things, and then they start doing things. I'm like, that's, you know what, financially, that's really not a good idea, because this thing, right here, that's what, and I was warning on this channel, what year was that? That was 2020, the last time Trump messed with things, like spending a lot of money, which it's debt. And in a debt-based system, you need more debt. It's just how much. You got to chill. But then we can't get out of this depression that we're currently in. But this thing went parabolic, right? And then Trump came back in again, and it's more parabolic. So if you reduce government spending, you go into what is called a depression. I'm going to say any way you cut the cheese on this one, we're going through it. They're like, just print again. Bond market, not the it's the Treasury, not the Fed. And I'll get to the Treasury. Oh my gosh, the dude's walking down. He wasn't with his husband, and he's going over like how it all works. And I'm like, you're wrong. Like when Jerome came on national TV, and everyone's like, what's going on? And how does this happen? And he goes, well, essentially, we print money. Like, you're a liar. And people use it against me. They're like, see, he said it. Oh, okay. So now you're going to believe the Fed. The bond market is sniffing it out. You're like, look, inflation's going down. Really? The 30 years calling your bluff. Everything's turned around. The economy is going to get better. The 30-year is calling your bluff. This is not getting better, and it may end up into a, oh my gosh, we should have all listened to Jim Cramer instead of Jay Bravo. You guys trading this thing? How about this guy? He kills it every time. Every time he says something, just run. Intel, my favorite stock. Do you want to know what happened to Intel? I'm wondering, are you guys in the investing club meetings tomorrow where I will reaffirm? That's a capital, sir. And you guys know Jim, he's a doctor. And I don't know if it's a D or a PhD, but Jimmy, you did it again. There's Intel. It actually keeps going. It keeps going. I'll show you. It just keeps dropping. Drop. I'm trying. It just keeps falling. Imagine Intel becoming a penny stock and being removed. I wonder if companies ever get mad at him. Like, wait, Jim mentioned us? But hey, friends, we can all celebrate. You just didn't tack on 1.2 trillion, and it'd be double. It'd be like 2. It's crazy that the Dems are blocking spending. All right. I just thought it was a really bad idea to merge our governments together. Our military, Israel and us, I don't know, probably find something in the Constitution. Also, calling Iran, their foreign ministry spokesman directly rejects Trump's latest claim an hour ago that Iran is like, they wanted to make a deal, though. Trump's always saying, Iran wants to make a deal. He's right. He's right here. When's the last time you spoke to him, sir? I mean, I haven't, but he's right. He's right here. They don't want to make a deal. Crushing it right now. They're making more money, more control. I mean, people are just like, wow, Iran's got this. 102-4. But Trump keeps repeating claim. Iran. Oh, hold on. It's always Iran. So breaking news for those of you like, why are you so hard on the guy? I don't care who it is. When Biden was here, field day. I was praying for Trump. Because I want to see the Epstein files. I want to take a look at the gold reserves. I want to know wars. I want to stop the debt. I want to stop the printing. I wanted what was promised. Not the complete opposite. So if you say, hey, you're my friend, I'm not going to punch you. And then all of a sudden I have a black eye. Okay, we got to talk about this. But there are some people, and I hear your comments because I read all of them, like, you're so disrespectful. The orange guy. Have some respect for The Office. Okay, Sleepy Joe. Like, come on. Have some respect for The Office. Yes, sir. So as you know or may not know, Iran does not fear America. They probably never will. And this probably isn't going to help out the cause because they are bombing everything all over the place, and that's not helping the situation. Everything that I say on this channel, sometimes it's taken out of context a little bit. Like, oh, really? Really? Bravo, he picked up the phone. Okay, here. When was the last time you spoke? I see. I have to do my due diligence, and then I show you President Trump, quote, well, not me, right? That's what he said. But let's say my representatives. I have spoken to them, but my representatives over the course of, well, actually an hour ago, right? And what message was delivered? Trump, they want to make a deal, but every time they make a deal, they want to break it. They don't want to die. People don't want to die. Yeah, about an hour ago. And what was the message that, right? It's like, come on. Better make a deal or you're all going to die and no one's going to be left. Now America's like, do something. And it's like two people pushing each other. Okay, how long are we going to do this, Donald? You get to be the president right now, so, I mean, until they impeach you, just do something. Which even though when they impeach you, you're not going anywhere. We know how that works. Remember Clinton, we're like, wow, cool, he's impeached. And, oh, he's not going? Ricky Dick, who that was a whole CIA flustercluck. The amount of things that government officials do is like nothing compared to what, no, it's nothing. Probably filmed Trump sitting at his phone, like right, making trades. Or like he has the Robinhood app open, like the war is over, and everyone's like, and then the war is back on. Oh, look at his portfolio. Don't believe me, believe Iran. It just sounds crazy, but you're like, I think maybe I'm going to believe Iran on this one. $9 billion in profits from market manipulation, quote, by individuals close to Trump. Oh yeah. I think so. Exchange text, like we have all of this. And yeah, what? You can see your trades, sir. But whatever, more power, more money, it's always more. They're either making it or they're stealing it from you or you're making it and they yeah, I already said that. Also, does anyone still live in New York? Couldn't believe the numbers of millionaires that are just like, they can't.
Liberal cities because they want to tax everybody so much, and it's forcing people to leave. So look at the stats in New York. This is the millionaire exodus, they're calling it. Back in 2010, number of millionaires living in this city, 12.7%. Look at 2022, and this is just a few years ago. I think that number is probably even lower now, only 8.7%.
And I'm going to go what? What do you guys think? 1% now living in New York? Why? Why would you? How do you? How do you even live in New York without being a millionaire? See, that's always the quandary I have. Oh, you guys are all struggling, and I come here and I'm like, I hear you. I hear it from my kids. I hear it from friends. The middle class is and I've kind of warned you. I do need to warn you about this clip. He has a tattoo, which basically starts it off with, Lisa makes bad decisions. Not saying all tattoos are bad decisions, especially if they're like, you know, the sweet little tramp stamp, maybe a little bullseye.
Are there any other millennials who've moved back in with their parents? Because I'm considering it. I live alone. I'm so tired of paying for everything. I think this is why people get married. Are any millennials who have decided to take the plunge and move back in? I know I could get a roommate, but I don't really want to live with someone else, like a regular person. I don't want them touching my stuff. I already developed all my own habits and stuff. It's easier for me to move back in with my family than to like establish a new life with a new person. But I'm tired of paying for everything. I'm tired of paying for rent and water and electricity and laundry and internet all by myself. What are my parents doing? Sitting in their home, retired. They have nothing to do. Probably use somebody younger.
She doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want. Yeah, did you see? My mom and dad, the two loving couples, had you. Learn how to click buttons on a screen, sweetheart. That's it. Actually, this was my other channel. I'll leave it. There's a video that's going to be popping up right here. I just did one. You'll see a picture of Dave Ramsey. Great advice. This is on that channel. Love your courses. I don't even talk about courses on that channel. Up $13,000-ish this week. So guys, my recommendation is learn this stuff. Look, you carry that one up. That was the Japan trade. Today's market was so easy. Here, let's do a refresh. Today's trade was so easy. Can you pick a direction? Yes, I can. Down. How much do you want to make? A lot. Then we have a swing trade. You had one, like, is it no? Is it no? Here it is. There's the one. I'm not going to say you would have made it from here to here in one trade, but that would be almost $11,000. Just please learn about it. Fix your problems. It's $2.99. It goes to $3.99. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.